territory also. I thought it was a real exciting match. Here we go. Kent will start off. I think his wife or one of or his son says something of certain levity that only he knows at this point.
Jacob.
There he is.
Jacob and his mom, Tracy.
Jacob probably says, Dad, you're working on the green side right now.
Call 1-800-966-0636 now. Everybody hear me? Sure can. Did you
Well, there's Jacob, happy with his dad's.
Okay, now he's applauding.
While we have little boys on mine, I'd like to wish my littlest boy, Brett Burton, a happy 11th birthday today.
11, can you imagine?
So quickly.
Brett, have many, many more.
The Axe Man. The Axe Man. Now here's Bruno, better with his nickname.
Go Scout.
Well, that was a real good shot, Chris. I'll tell you, that's the kind of shots he just kept in play all week long. I observed him all day on Friday. Everybody, a lot of pros were standing around. Mark Williams, Wayne Webb. They're saying this guy will fold, this guy will fold, and just about the time you thought he would, he just came on even stronger. But this is Saturday.
Yes. Seemed a little unsteady going to the line. He was, I don't know.
Tentative and missing the 10-pin will truly unnerve anyone, much less a person making his first championship round appearance. A narrow miss, but it might as well have been a mile. Let's see if he can recover.
Then he comes up high, and he leaves a single 3-pin on the left lane. He's 36 years old. His best finish was 27th.
Well, Chris, he's got to survive, as you see in the flagship open there. He's got to survive these first 4 frames. We've seen this before. A new guy come on nervous, and if he gets killed in the first 4 frames, it's all over.
There's some satisfaction. The gentleman in that white shirt, looking like a Detroit Lion football player, is Matt Fiorito. This week, it's such great press coverage for the Greater Detroit Open. Matt Fiorito.
Very knowledgeable.
One of the best.
Kent's been off to a quick start. All 3 games can continue that pace.
Well, he sure is. 9 strikes in the first 2 games. He had 7 in his life. There's Matt. I'll tell you, he's a doer. Does pretty good at that table, doesn't he?
He hasn't missed a whole lot of meals. What a great rider.
No,
We're in bowling's #1 town, Detroit, Michigan, where more registered league bowlers participate than any other city in the world.
So I'd like to praise the Detroit Free Press for doing a whole section on bowling. Hey, they know what's going on.
Yes, sir.
Mike Barr of WJR, great station here in Detroit, is out here. He's carries a 200 average. Great guy on the air.
Chris, you've done a lot of boxing matches, and a player comes out with an ideal style like this young man. He takes a little back step here, a 4-step delivery. Kind of reminds me of Bobby Meadows, a great PBA player. Has that little figure 8, a good solid arm swing. But he's a little tentative. He didn't see him kind of jam his foot in the ground, kind of hold his follow through. And backing up, Chris, when a fighter comes out, and maybe he's even undefeated, but meets a great player, he doesn't know what happened. And you see the family of Zaffino looking on and knowing Daddy is in trouble.
Aren't they attractive? Diane and Kyle is 10 and Ashley is 7.
There's a man qualified 7th. Those are the first 3 rounds. Then the last 24 games was never really headed. Forkel gave him a little run last night. Zaffino was up to the challenge, but he's in trouble now.
That ought to be a turn-on. That should helped Jeff a great deal here in the championship match. We'll be back.
Bud Light, official sponsor of the 1996 U.S. Olympic team. Make it a Bud Light. Kellogg's, with good taste, nutrition, and value. The best you each morning from Kellogg's. And McDonald's. Have you had your break today?
Even the mascot eagle is hot, right? He's here with the Taylor Kennedy High School cheerleaders. And Walt Lippick's Dixieland Trios entertain the crowd here. Let's see, in the fourth frame, Doug Kent has a strike. In the fifth frame, left to 10. Mark with a spare. Looking for the double that he really needed at this point because he's trailing by 41 pins because Kent opened with a 4-bagger. So now he'll carefully, hopefully, cross the line with a 10-pin. Catch it.
Zaffino spares in the fifth.
Okay, Bo.
Thank you, Chris Schenkel. Dave Arnold finished third, but you kind of look like a sailboat on a windless day out there, Dave. Just couldn't get anything going, no momentum.
No, I realized from the practice that the shot was really not suited to my game. I'm a little bit softer than what needs to be done out there. Doug Kent has more of the aim for that type of shot. He's hard and straight and lofts the ball about 10, 12 feet out on the lane. When I do that, I tend to spray the ball a little bit. So.
All right, he'll be back, Chris. We're back to the championship game. 5 frames left.
Honesty is a terrific virtue. Dave has it. All right, now Doug Kent, who just joined us. He started in game 1 with a 278-257 victory. Came back, shot a 258 against Eric Forkel in 1. Then shot a 227 to Dave Arnold's 194 for his 3rd victory. Now trying for his 4th, and if he can do that, he will win the championship. Spare up shooting in the 6th frame.
Tell your doctor if you have had a heart attack or stroke. Do not take it.
He thought it was going to be worse. Lost the 610 on the right lane.
Good point, Chris. Kind of pulls his ball inside his target. We said he's a muscle player, but muscle players do well when things go bad. But he got a good break. I mean, let's face it. When you're playing the right shot, things go your way. This is the first time he's had a real difficult spare all day long, something he could chop. He had the 2-5 earlier in the previous match, made a good shot. Let's see about the 610.
Another spare for Doug Kent. Next Saturday at 3 Eastern and Pacific, 2 Central, it's our season finale from Wichita as ABC's Professional Bowlers Tour celebrates the upcoming premiere of a new, exciting, and funny bowling feature film called The Kingpin, thus The Kingpin Classic. And talking to the 2 directors, brothers Peter and Bob Farrelly, Woody Harrelson and Bill Murray and Randy Quaid are off on other movies, so they asked me it was okay. Good strike by Doug Kent if they sent the female star of the movie. I'll keep it a surprise, and I said, oh, what a blessing. So let's hope that the female star of Kingpin will be in Wichita next week.
Oh, yeah,
Chris,
for the record, Kent had big victories over
my week?
It's your week.
And they're in football.
You're so good at doing it.
And, of course, Dave Arnold.
It'll be my pleasure next week. Now, Zaffino needs this strike. Get back in the match. Come on.
Zaffino was watching
Showing lack of experience, Chris. He reacted by moving left on the lane after a previous high hit. In the 3rd frame, he moved left on the lane, and here he comes in light, breaks down the 2-5. He has a simple spare.
Next, check out new hot spots in town or swing by a scenic stop.
Had to be sheer torture between finishing as a tournament leader high, which he did last night, and then all that time coming into this championship match, 1 game.
There you see the 42 games. Rick Steelsmith, who had back-to-back 300 games this week. Jack Jurek, watch him. He's really becoming a player. Then Zaffino took over in the finals, and you're right, Chris. He had 4 days of staying right on top. Now his back is to the wall.
Little break there.
Zaffino strikes.
Jeff Zaffino, right-hander from Warren, Pennsylvania. Doug Kent from Canandaigua, New York.
This is the one that Kent wants. He has never tasted victory on the Pro Tour. He has paid his dues. The players know he's tough. They know he can win. He locks, he loads. He's got 3 frames left, 39-pin lead.
Same result, 6.
Chris, you're a farm boy. What's it when the horse sees the barn? They lose their gait a little bit, don't they?
Very good. I hadn't heard that for a long time. Okay.
Well, I think that Doug Kent, as you see the pin action from the rear, the lane being actually 62 feet long from the foul line to the fall-off spot, and then another 29 inches to our camera.
Now remember, Doug Kent in Canandaigua won the 1991 Masters, where he won $43,500. He has yet to win a PBA title. He has one PBA regional title. He's 29 years old. He was the 5th seed in this field.
Really doesn't have the luxury of any more bad shots. He has a 227 game going, but if he gets an open, Zaffino will have a window to slide in and take the title. Gene Stuss, one of the great seniors who lives right around here in the audience, would call that a rocket to the pocket, as you see the DiBiase family.
Oh, aren't they nice people? And, of course, their son is the general manager, Alan DiBiase. That was Adeline and her husband, Bill. Just great people.
What a terrific break, a wry smile from Jeff Zaffino as he stays in the match. If he had not struck on that ball, it was all over. Now he has an opportunity to throw strikes in the 10th frame, at least 2, and force Doug Kent to mark. And we've seen a lot of opens in the 10th frame so far this year. As you look at Diana, looking at the scoreboard, knowing that Jeff must strike on these 2 balls. Got one.
Diana is Accounts Payable Department of United Refinery in Warren, Pennsylvania. And Jeff at one time worked for Crescent Beer Distributors.
Said they delivered a lot of Bud Light. Makes my people in St. Louis happy. All right, Zaffino can still win the tournament. Needs to strike on this ball. He forced Doug Kent to mark.
What a finish. And there is Alan DiBiase, the general manager and the son of Bill and Adeline.
Kind of shaking his head, huh, Chris?
Yeah.
He's probably saying the same thing as the Zaffino family, saying this is only 10 frames in the sport. I wish it was 12 or 13 because Jeff seems to have found the style that got him to the #1 position in the late going here.
Advil targeted relief, the only topical with 4 powerful pain-fighting ingredients.
Got 9 his first shot.
217.
Now what that basically does is force Doug Kent to
Some
mark.
mark.
Any kind of mark, Doug Kent captures
Check the
his
spare.
first PBA championship.
Really close match, like a native of Allen Park, this lovely suburb. A friend of mine, Mike Carrillo of Jack Roush Technologies, would say, this guy is strong and fast.
No gimme here. He's been high in the last 2 frames on this lane.
Oh! That's 10 pin.
Well, he took no chances. Used the muscle part of his game. That's the best part of his game. He muscled the ball in there. Didn't allow for any break. All he needed was an easy spare. He needs this spare and 1 pin for the title. Obviously, the 1 pin's a given. If he misses the spare, Zaffino wins. It's all down to 1 shot.
Medicines or in children under 12. Don't take if you or your family had MTC, MEN2, or if allergic to it.
Got it.
And look at that, Jeff Zaffino applauding his opponent. Can't help but like that guy.
You're right.
Oh.
Zaffino's a nice guy. I mean, he'll be back. He has to make a decision of whether he can. He told me he's take some personal time off from the job with the beer distributor and do a little bit more bowling. And I think he should. He's still young. He's very strong, and obviously has a lot of talent. And he can show it out here.
Well, I have a suggestion. Crescent Distributors and United Refiner get together and sponsor
match.
out on tour. That'd work.
Hope you
And there's
enjoy it.
Jacob. Jacob has come in to hug his pop.